Hello, and welcome back to your Path to Career Success podcast that helps you build the skills, confidence, and strategies to thrive in your career. I'm your host, Catherine, and today's episode is a little different. It's about something we all face at some point, but don't always talk about openly: the noise. Not just the external distractions like pings, notifications, endless emails, or social media scrolls, but the internal ones too. The self-doubt after a mistake, the overthinking, the pressure to be always on, the fear of getting it wrong in front of other people. If you're anything like me, you've probably had moments lately where the noise of the world and even the noise in your own head feels absolutely overwhelming. Between social media scrolls, constant notifications, work demands, and the inner critic that pipes up when we make mistakes, it's no wonder so many of us feel distracted, disconnected, and drained. We're going to unpack how to quiet that noise and find focus, especially in the moments that challenge us most as leaders. In today's episode, we're going to explore why our modern world makes it so hard to focus and what we can do about it, the difference between productive quiet and avoidance, how to tune out external noise, notifications, demands, opinions, and how to quiet the internal noise, self-doubt, overthinking, comparison, and practical ways to protect your focus and reconnect with what really matters. Before we jump in, grab your favourite beverage, find a comfy spot, and get ready to map out your leadership path with those light bulb moments. So let's get started. First off, let's take a breath. Literally. Right now, wherever you are, inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. That moment, that's a pattern interrupt, a pause. And sometimes it's the only thing that helps us reclaim our focus when everything feels noisy. We live in an always-on culture, 24/7 connectivity, notifications pinging, people expecting instant replies, a feed of success stories making us question our pace, our progress, even our worth. But here's the truth. Most of us aren't struggling with laziness or lack of ambition. We're struggling with overstimulation. Your brain wasn't designed to process this much information this quickly all the time. As Stephen Bartlett said, you can't be committed to your craft and your phone at the same time. Focus isn't about willpower, it's about environment. If you're finding it hard to concentrate, it's not because you're broken, it's because the world is loud. Now let's talk about quiet. A lot of people think quiet equals unproductive, but actually, intentional quiet is where the best ideas live. The key is knowing the difference between productive stillness and avoidant silence. Ask yourself, am I pausing to gain clarity or to escape discomfort? Is this helping me feel more aligned or just numbing the noise? Sometimes quiet is power. Sometimes it's hiding. The difference lies in your intention. So here's a tip. Create micro rituals of quiet. A 10-minute walk without your phone. Journaling before the workday. Even one quiet cup of tea before you check emails. These moments reset your nervous system. So let's talk about those outer distractions. The emails, the opinions, the calendar reminders, the comparison traps. One of the best things you can do, be harder to access. Not rude, just intentional. So try this. Mute notifications for an hour a day. Protect a window of focus. Use do not disturb or time block your calendar with focus hours. Ask yourself, does this need a response now or just acknowledgement? And unfollow or mute accounts that spark comparison instead of inspiration. Because here's the deal. You don't have to consume everything to be informed. You don't have to respond instantly to be valuable. As Anne Lamott said, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few moments, including you. And sometimes it's not what's around us, it's what's within. That inner monologue, you're falling behind, you should be doing more, handling it better than you. Inner noise is often driven by fear. Fear of not being enough, of not doing enough, of not being seen as capable. So here's a mindset shift for you. You don't have to do more to be more. You don't have to earn your rest, and you're allowed to stop, breathe, and be. So here's a tip. Why not create an inner calm script? It can be as simple as, I'm safe to slow down. I can choose what matters most. And stillness is not laziness, it's leadership. You don't quiet the inner noise by shouting over it. You quiet it with compassion. So how do we protect our focus and remember what really matters? You come back to intention. Ask yourself, what do I want more of in my day? Peace, progress, presence? What am I giving my attention to that no longer deserves it? What's one thing I can let go of this week to make space for focus? Sometimes focus isn't about doing more, it's about removing what doesn't align. As Hans Hofmann said, the ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so that the necessary may speak. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. The world may be loud, but you don't have to match its volume. Your quiet is not weakness. Your focus is not selfish. Your decision to protect your peace is a form of leadership. So today, take a breath. Mute the unnecessary. Tune into what matters. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just human. And you're allowed to slow down. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Your Path to Career Success. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to know. I hope you leave this episode with more compassion and confidence that you came in with. If you've enjoyed this episode, please take a moment to follow, rate and review the show. It really helps it reach others on their path to career success. And if you know someone who's feeling overwhelmed or pulled in too many directions, share this with them. It might be the moment of quiet they need. And if you're navigating a leadership challenge and you'd like to work with me directly or continue the conversation, come and connect with me on LinkedIn or visit www.thecareerowl.co.uk for more content like this, behind the scenes tips and weekly wisdom. Until next time, keep going quietly and powerfully.